people, and this is the moment you all are waiting for. You are on to DJ Crazy TV show. Living will make your day. My name is Blessing Buber and my colleague DJ Crazy. Yeah. With me, we have a guest in the house, in the person of
Comrade Homeland Action Shinman, the NAPS National President.
Oh my goodness, Your Excellency.
You're highly welcome, sir.
It's a pleasure having you
here.
It's good to be in the house too.
Thank you. Okay. Sir, please can you tell us, we have been hearing about NAPS. So please, sir, can you tell us what is NAPS?
Well, NAPS is an association, so to say, the largest student constituency on the plateau, with the acronym NAPS, meaning National Association of Plateau State Students. And then NAPS is in two chapters. NAPS has branches. NAPS at the national body level, we have 94 registered institutions cut across the globe, that is both internally and then externally. And then it is where the students' constituents meet dialogue, irrespective of their tribes, their religion, political affiliation, to think, believe, and then for the betterment of the students cut across the globe.
This has been a lot of work on you.
Well, we thank God. It has not been easy, just like I've said a few seconds ago. It is the largest students' constituency, and you don't expect things to be as friendly as you expect. And you know, when you are meeting intellectuals, where everybody is an educated elite, you expect a lot of dragging, nagging, and then a lot of competition. But then we got on our side. We've been going on well, and then we believed, as the slogan entails, when we were up to the contest, doing it together. We have been trying to do our own best to make sure that we're working towards the betterment of students on the plateau.
All right, viewers, Under Our Hot Seat is one of a powerful man, I must say, working a lot to see the Plateau State improve to the best. All right, sir, what do you want from the state government to improve the Plateau State Student Association income?
Well, it is very powerful, and then the question you ask is a very straightforward question, but then it has a lot of things to be talked about under a particular umbrella. You see, when we say NAPS is the largest constituency of students on the plateau, well, I want to first and foremost appreciate God for the leadership of Right Honorable Simon Bakula Long, the Executive Governor of Plateau State. He has been doing well. He has been trying on the plateau. It's just like Oliver Twist on the student constituency, we would want to beg for more. It is in that note that we wish to see. Your Excellency has been equally in NAPSites way back, and way back in 1993 to 1992 in Maybe Uzaria, and then as a student leader that he was during those days, we expect him that he has known the plight of students and then the student constituency, now being the executive governor on the plateau. Well, the main aim of bringing students on the plateau together, it is to unite the students, irrespective of their tribe, their culture, their sense of belonging, even their religion. It is a modern umbrella that makes us think plateau, believe plateau, and then work towards the plateau of our. To tell you the fact, we need a lot of support to make this dream a reality. So we are expecting a lot from government. We need a lot of assistance as students that we are. You know, we don't work. So going around, there is going to be a lot of helter-skelter going around to mobilize students, the feeding, the welfare, transportation, the correction, and the like of many others. So all these are places that we need finance. Only finance will come in, and then we believe that our government will look into that, and then we believe in the capacity of this government that the government is going to aid us out. It was a successful program.
This is nice.
We have a lot of challenges as students. You would believe with me that victimization of students cut across the globe is a major challenge of students on the plateau. To talk of most recently the demise of late Rob Voldachia from Federal University of Maiduguri in Maiduguri State by the Boko Haram herdsmen, and then equally the most recent one, the death of late Rinji Peter Bala, who was, yes, certainly, of course it was a painful one, who was at the result, his death was as a result of a staff of an Operation Safe Haven who were suspected them to be cultists, and after a lot of things which led to taking his life. To be frank, at this moment, when some of us were campaigning, we promised to kick against victimization of students. And then the question everybody would want to ask is, possibly people have not been following the train of activities happening during these occurrences that has happened. But we have been up and doing, trying to see that the right of students on the plateau has been protected. Students have become test tubes in their various field of studies. If you don't find lecturers victimizing students, you don't find students victimizing students, you will find directly or indirectly the government itself victimizing students. So to say, which means we have a lot of role to play in trying to fight against the victimization of students. I remember most recently, equally, we have the issue of rape in students and then younger breeds. You see, this is an occultic act. It is a crime that the government shouldn't have taken with levity. These are issues of national security. As we always say, students are leaders of tomorrow. Everybody you find in government today was a leader in the past, and therefore everybody has to give back to the society which he or she is coming from. So victimization of students, it is a very deadly act that we need to kick against. And therefore, as peaceful students that we are on the plateau, as loyal plateau citizens that we are calling on the state government, the local government, and even the federal government to take this issue of students victimization with high priority, to protect the students, because it is these students that will take over from them when they are no more. So that we will believe you cannot pursue education when your life is not secured. So we expect a lot from this government. Just come to talk of the effect of the pandemic on students. Outrightly, students are supposed to be in school by now, trying to wrap up one semester, one term or the other. But then it is a global challenge, and then it is natural. We want to believe that anything that God has made, it is for the betterment of the people. It is destined and then designed this way. But that notwithstanding, the aspect of students overstaying at home, it is equally a challenge, because these students are at home now, meeting a different set of peer groups, and then it is all believed, it is said that an idle man is the devil's workshop. If these students are over idle, and if you allow them to overstay at home, they might end up getting themselves into things that are negative. And then before you know, they perpetrate crime and criminalities in their various society or communities they belong to. So we want to plead that since the issue is gradually going out what should I use? Since the issue is gradually dying down, it is expected. Yes, the government have been trying of e-learning, but it is expected that by now, since we have places like worship centers who now accept in better number than previously, we have people resuming back to the market. Then I want to say apology in advance. Education is the key to success of every society, or every country. If we are stopping educational activities for this long, I bet you we are taking our nation into the land of doom. We have students, and students are pushing people. If you have the market where uneducated people go to, and then they know the effect of the pandemic of themselves, and then you find them following all the precautionary safety measures of this pandemic, then students that are more educated, that are higher educated people, you don't expect to tell a student, hey, you must do this for you. No, these people already know the basis of needing to be stayed safe and then be fine. So you must not come out and say, hey, do this for your health. Health is wealth.
I believe you.
Health is wealth.
No, you're not finding it easy.
It has not been easy, even at the verge of the pandemic, when they say stay at home. We go around, some of us, we go around to make sure that our students are doing the needful. We mobilize students to go and conscientize in their own society.
What are your challenges as a NAPS president?
While there has never been a government without a challenge.
That is
all these we're saying are challenges. At times, it is said, and then I quote, that crime is inherent in every given society. So therefore, even as students that we are, it is not every student that is a responsible student. Inside the good student, you find the bad student. So when you are saying do this, it is for your good, you still find students doing that which is wrong. It is not because they don't know that it's wrong, but because they have chosen to live the other side of life, that their own is perpetration of crime and criminality. So we find these people in our community, when we go to conscientize, when we go to talk to people, you find them still doing the other way instead of doing the needful that is going to help the society. You find students going astray. But that notwithstanding, the fact is we have gotten much love from students, and then to be frank, we have over 90% loyal students on the plateau that keep to the rules of COVID-19 nationwide. So that we can say we have been doing absolutely well to make sure that we're staying home and staying safe, not for our own selves, but for the sake of plateau.
This has been a lot of work on you, and a lot of challenges you put through across.
Certainly.
Has been a lot of work on
Certainly.
you. And I believe with God by your side, you are going to overcome all of this.
Certainly.
Certainly, I really appreciate your work throughout the Plateau State completely. I will not put this to them, because this thing has been helping our parents, our younger ones, ourselves, sitting here, talking to them. But exactly regarding to the NAPS Cultural Day, now that it has been down to the issue of pandemic, I believe you have a lot to say about it.
Yeah, well, outrightly, we were already analyzing the effect of the pandemic to the students' constituency. We have students with high hope. We have people with a lot of expectation from this year's Cultural Day event. But then I said in the preamble of this discussion that as students that we are loyal. You don't find students going other way when you have the society doing the needful. It is in that regards that outrightly by now we are supposed to have been in the peak of the arrangement of the NAPS National Cultural Day. But then with the governing rules of COVID-19, which said that people cannot meet for social gathering, and then no social gathering, social distances and the like of many others. I told you, so you don't need more than 50 people in a particular social gathering. So now it is going to be difficult. I told you that we have 94 registered schools as NAPS national body. So if we are to go by the population of Plateau State students nationwide or globally, we have over 3.5 million Plateau State students.
This is serious.
So how now will you restrict a cultural day to let's say a population of 50?
Not good.
So even if you are picking one delegation from each school, we have not cut across all the schools. I told you we have 94 schools.
Already we have.
So already we have more than, even if it is by one delegation to the event. In that case, good. So in that case, it is expected for us all to know that it is at the moment not possible.
Permit me to use this language. Now that the COVID-19 is dying down, in your tenure, what are we expecting in this cultural?
Well, I want to tell you most sincerely, I am a cultural man to the core. I know the uniqueness of the cultures we have on the plateau, and then it is an avenue for us to showcase what we have on the plateau. And then there is a lot of expectation. We have students who have not grown at home. They have just find themselves being in the city, and therefore they don't know the uniqueness of the culture and then the tradition of where they are coming from. So these are avenues of educating these students so that they will know the potentials on the plateau. We are unique people when it comes to our cultural activities. So these are things we want to express. We want to show the students that there is a lot on the plateau that God has given us. This thing was given to us by God. There are states you go that you don't find, you don't see the uniqueness of their culture like this. But permit me to say, I am not being ethnocentric, but we have the best culture on the plateau, and it is an avenue for us to show the whole world that our culture is unique. And therefore we are going around to make mobilization of all the 17 local governments on the plateau to be represented by their tribes. And if you go by that, we have over 100 tribes on this same plateau. So that is to tell you how much we expect in just a program of a day. But I assure you that it is going to be very loud.
I believe you.
And it is an avenue for us to sell plateau and to make plateau a better place.
I believe you need a lot of support from the federal, not only the state. You need a lot of support from them. For others, like let me assume for the people that do not grow in the village, they only grew in the city and they know nothing about their culture. I believe in this avenue. We are seeking for support to create awareness for all of them to come in so that they will learn a lot from their culture.
Certainly. It is an avenue for us to bring back the students together. Now, as a national body, if not a convention, if not pre-convention, we hardly gather students from various chapters to come together, only on their chapters level. But these are the opportunity we have to bring all these chapters together, synergize to the program.
This is nice. This is nice.
Can you send your shout out to your friends?
Well, I want to send a very big shout out to my darling students on the plateau, from the primary, secondary, tertiary, and cut across. And then we are happy that school is gradually beginning to come up with the going back of the JSS3 and then the SS3. We expect that sooner or later other badges will be taken. But then I urge you, my students, to be the peace and loving students you are on the plateau. I know you to be respectful students on the plateau, and that the relative peace we'll be enjoying in the plateau is something that we hold with utmost priority. And then I want you to avoid all sorts of social vices. Stay at home, and then you need to stay safe. Coronavirus is real. The pandemic is real. And then you need to stay home and then be safe. On behalf of NAP's national body, on behalf of our team doing it together, on behalf of the executive arm, the legislative arm, and then all of you as students on the plateau, we want to say we love you. And then stay at home and then stay safe.
To the government,
we hope to see you. And then to the government, we want to say a very big thank you for the support you've given us. Even though we expect a lot from you, we have a lot of plea to the government that has not even reached out to. It is not a place to say this or that, but we have a lot of expectation that the government has not reached out to. We will not relent. Of course, it is not over until it's over for the love of Plateau State students.
Alright viewers, this is a very beautiful moment with the National President.
His Excellency.
Thank you for observing this.
Yes,
because having him on Your Excellency, I will really appreciate this. Hello student, I want to use this moment to tell you that he loves you all. Your Excellency loves you, and he's doing a lot to make Plateau State a better place for all of us to stay, especially in terms of security. This what I heard from him really made me glad. Being me a student, being me a citizen of Plateau State, I must have to appreciate my comrade, the president himself.
I always appreciate his effort. And that does it for today on the President Show. Thank you, viewers. Please love you all.
Please don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel. Facebook page, DJ Crazy. Love you all. We say have a wonderful day. We love you all.
Thank
you very much.